You're watching The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are The Breakfast Club. We got some special guests in the building. Ginuwine.
What up? What up?
JD Lawrence. What up, guys?
What's going on, man?
Ain't nothing, man.
What's happening, everybody?
What's happening with you, man?
Well, we know who Ginuwine is. Mr. J.D. Lawrence, explain to the people who you are a little bit.
I'm a writer, director, and producer of urban theater stage plays.
Now, is the urban stage plays lucrative? Is that a lucrative business?
It's very lucrative.
Yeah.
Okay. Very lucrative. I think for a long time, people didn't understand the difference between Broadway and urban theater. And urban theater is pretty much for, as everyone would say, for us, by us. Mm-hmm. You know.
What are some of the biggest challenges? I saw recently we had Boosie up here, and they were talking about the play that he was doing. And then I guess I don't think it ever ended up.
Yes, it was side chicks and the thugs who loved it.
Yeah.
Sounds interesting.
Okay.
That's crazy.
I don't know if that was the name of it for real. But
Sound like it would, right?
That'd be the name of the black stage
Sound
play.
like it would be, man.
Like they be having like a stigma to them. You know what I'm saying?
Do people support as much? Because usually they get a
Absolutely.
bad name and it's always, they're on the chitlin circuit. You know what I mean? Do people support?
Yeah.
I think so. You have a lot of people out there writing urban theater shows now.
Mm-hmm.
I think some of them are a little bit, too urban.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's the right word, to use.
Too urban.
Too urban.
Too black.
I think it has a lot to do with a lot of whoever's on the play.
Yeah.
A lot of times
Sure.
it's a lot of artists that is on their downtime, not having a record out and stuff like that, and they trying to work on their chops and everything. So I think it has a lot to do with who's on it.
Now, the name of the play is Your Husband is Cheating.
No, it's not a play.
Play.
It's a TV
It is
show,
actually a
but
play
it sounds
also.
like a play.
It's a play also.
It is a play?
Yeah.
It's a show about a show.
About a show about a show.
Okay.
You're talking to the mic.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's a show about a show about a show.
Explain
So
it.
the
Yeah, I'm
actual
confused.
TV
Yeah, that's
show
three.
is following a theatrical show, and the theatrical show is about a playwright who's putting on a show.
Got you.
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
now, from my understanding, right, people have 8 weeks to learn their lines,
Yes.
and they live in a house together. That's the show that's on Bravo.
Yes,
Right.
that's the show that's on Bravo.
Okay.
So you're actually getting a behind the scenes look at how I mount the show.
Mhm. So you live in the house with them.
No, I don't live in the house.
That doesn't sound fair to me. Hold on. JD, now, don't you think you should have been in the house too?
You know what?
Yeah, I told him the same thing. I was
That
like,
sounds
man,
a little unfair.
My wife wouldn't let me in the house. She's like, no, this is where the show stops.
Now, what made you do the show, Ginuwine? I mean,
You know
'cause
what?
You're always on the road.
You're always on the road. You know what, man? I just found it interesting. And I've watched a few reality shows, and I didn't want to be a part of that kind of
You've
stuff.
done one.
You did Big Brother.
Yeah. Well,
Big
yeah,
Brother.
I did Big Brother, but I'm talking about prior to that. I was watching shows and everything, and I was like, I don't want to be on stuff like that. But when they brought this to me, I thought it was real interesting. You know what I mean? And I said, you know what? Let me try, because that was like my first time on a reality show.
Gotcha.
So,
Did the title scare you at first? Your husband is cheating on you.
that stuff don't scare me, man. I've been here 21 years. I know how to take it. I know everything, I know how to deal with it. But it was just I just didn't know what was coming with it. You know what I mean? As far as watching your every move, and hearing everything you're doing and all that. I was like, I don't know if I can do this, but we worked it out. It was all good.
He's like, how many cameras gonna be watching me?
Yeah, I was like, what?
He said, where are the cameras gonna be at, man?
Exactly.
So we can expect to see like some hookups, some. It's hard to live in the house with people,
There's gonna be some stuff going
There's a
on.
lot of stuff going on. You ain't trying to give it away.
right?
you know
Because
what I mean?
Ginuwine, you're single now, right?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
there it is.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing, being single?
Really, to tell the truth, man, I miss being married. You know what I mean? I think that's the best life for a guy. You know what I mean? So I miss it. I definitely miss it. But I'm still out there, still doing my thing. Maybe it'll happen again.
Well, you would get remarried?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
At first, when I was going through my divorce and everything, I was like, I ain't doing this shit again. I mean, stuff again. I'm sorry.
We got you.
But as you go with the times and everything, and then her and I are friends now and all that. So I'm open to it now. You know what I mean? I wasn't at first.
I don't think men realize how dependent we are on our families, because
Absolutely.
my wife was like, she wanted to go home to South Carolina this weekend, and I'm like,
You can't
what
leave
I'm
me.
gonna do? Y'all can't just up and leave me for 5 days. Like,
man.
what I'm gonna do?
And I always tell fellas, man, it's like, listen, y'all look at me sometimes be like, yo, man, I want to be like that. No, man, stay home, do the right thing, because the situation that I got into, for my divorce and everything, it's all my fault. I did it. You know what I mean? So I owned up to it, and a lot of guys don't know how to do that, and I did. And I definitely miss it.
Y'all couldn't work through the cheating? You got caught too many times?
Yeah, there you go.
Look, your husband is cheating on us.
It's one of those things, like Envy said, man, I'm gone every weekend still. You know what I mean? So it was just, things happen. And I guess it was just, it was just one too many times. You know what I mean? And so, that happened. But we're definitely friends now, love her. And, we're just cool.
And you get along with her new husband?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. I think.
Was that weird at first, though?
You know what? The first time, it's hard seeing that at first. You know what I mean? Because we was together since '99. You know what I mean? And we got a divorce in 15. So it's hard seeing it at first. But then again, I own my stuff. I was like,
she deserves to be happy.
Yeah, if you didn't do what you did, she'd be right here with you.
Right.
And so it was my duty as a father to show my daughters and my sons like how to handle something like that. And so when I had a party for my daughter, and we went bowling and all that kind of stuff. And then he was a good guy. He was like, he told her, I don't know if I should come. And I was like, man, come on, stop that. Come. I need my daughters to see that.
Right.
And so, we clapped it up. We took pictures and all that kind of stuff. So
You didn't
I think that's
hit him with the bowling ball? Like
Nah,
you slip out your hand? You know he's behind you?
Who got the highest score? Who got the highest score in bowling?
Actually, he beat. Actually, yeah. But
Now,
it was all fun.
JD, was your wife like, okay, your husband is cheating on us? Really? How did you come up with this concept?
Well, it's actually a song that I wrote, and I thought about the concept of putting this together as a stage show, and it was funny because she did raise an eyebrow to it, like, your husband's cheating on who?
What does that mean exactly? It's the husband.
Because
with the
sometimes
side
when you're the
chick
main side chick,
cheating on the side chick.
yeah,
It's
when
about
you're
a
the side chick, you're like,
Right.
So wait a second, you have another chick?
Right, yes. And so the side chick is coming to the wife and letting her know your husband's cheating on both of us.
Wow.
So,
Where did you get this concept from, man?
That's
Sound
what
like
we want to
personal
know.
experience, JD. Sound like you lived a little life.
That way you should have left. My man.
I'm not trying to put nobody out there.
and what time is it? Well, I'm gonna have to answer to this at home. I definitely pulled it from a few things,
Uh-oh.
It's from Ginuwine.
Nah, I would never do my man like that. Well, this is a hot seat. But I thought it was an interesting concept, and I know that a lot of people could relate from it, and I do know some people that did go through, things like that, whereas the man was cheating on the side chick, and then the side chick kind of got fed up, and she's like, well, listen, I'm going to go tell the wife that, this is going
How
on.
dare he?
Yeah.
You think it could work as like your wife is cheating on us? Could it play like that work?
Sure. They go to second season.
Ain't no guy going for that.
That's kind of hard.
That's kind of like She's Gotta Have It, though. Like towards the end of She's Gotta Have It, when on the TV show, she brought all the guys together.
But they all knew that she wasn't in a monogamous relationship. She
Yeah.
wasn't married to any of them, and they all knew she was dating other people.
Now,
That's the difference.
You was talking about still being friends with your ex. Do y'all still own the homes for mentally disabled
Absolutely.
people? I always thought that was dope. Was it called Spruce?
Spruce. Special people receiving unique care equally. And
Tell the people what that is. For people
what is
that
that?
don't.
well, we house the mentally disabled, and we give them their medicine. We take them out. Like when I do shows, they come to my shows, and just take care of them. A lot of people don't realize that there's a lot of people that's mentally disabled, but they're in jail a lot of times, and that's not the proper place really for somebody like that. You know what I mean? So we have homes, and we still building. I believe, we're trying to get some in DC. We're trying to get some in California and all that. So yeah, the business is still together.
What made y'all do that?
Just our hearts. You understand? Like she had a friend. Her name is Terry, and she actually was working for homes, and she wanted to do it herself.
Right.
And so we were more like investors, and it's still funded by the government and all that kind of stuff. And it took a lot of money to start it, but once you got a business like that, once you start it and you give a cushion, that's when the government takes over. So I mean, we still had it. We've had it now for a long time.
That is definitely the right thing to do, but it's also very lucrative. That's why I was so interested. I was like, this is dope.
Yeah,
like,
it is.
Because the government's paying for it.
Yeah, it is. But like I said, in the beginning, it takes a lot. You know what I mean? But that's the best thing about it. It's good to have a business because you're making money, but at the same time, you're still helping people.
Gotcha.
That's what was most important to me.
And Ginuwine, you've also been really open about having to go to therapy. And I see there's a lot of discussions, people now who are actually saying, I need help.
Right.
Because that's always been a difficult thing for people to admit, especially people of color.
Right. As far what you mean therapy as far as the marriage thing?
No, I just meant for you personally because I know I've read that you've gone through a lot.
Oh,
in your
yeah,
life and
After you lost your
actually
parents.
have to
After I lost my
see a
parents,
therapist.
definitely. But really, to tell the truth, I mean, it helped a lot. But when I got saved in 2005, that's what really, like really not to get churchy and all that kind of stuff, but that's what really helped me.
That's
Wow.
dope.
Yeah.
What made you decide, like, how did that happen?
Well, as far as that, like I said, my father killed himself, and then my mom, the next year, she died of cancer. So, needless to say, that's going to take its toll on you.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, I was doing a little bit of drinking.
How old were you at that time?
What was it, 30? Yeah. So, I went through a lot, and finally, my ex-wife, because she was going to church and all that kind of stuff, and she was always trying to get me to go to church. And I was like, I ain't gonna go to church. And so I went, and I kind of liked it and everything, and just decided to get saved in 2005. And once that happened, everything started to move in the right direction.
What about church helped you more than therapy? Because I go to therapy every Friday at 3.
Oh, you do?
And I like God too. You know what I mean?
For what? I mean,
I would
like,
hope you do like God.
Just like
not to get
anxiety.
in your business.
Nah,
but for real?
anxiety and
Oh, really?
she said I got a PTSD.
Oh, okay.
And, she's treating me now for cognitive behavior therapy. That's
Oh,
what I'm
okay.
going on.
Okay. Yeah, you go through a lot of stuff here.
Yeah.
But you go through a lot of stuff. But with that, man, I didn't like to be medicated. You understand?
Yeah, I'm not on the medication.
Yeah, I didn't like that. So I was like, man, there's got to be a better way because this is nothing but another drug. You feel what I'm saying? So I was like, and once the word get in you, man, you can't deny that.
Absolutely.
You feel me? So that's what really did it for me.
I'm surprised you wasn't raised in the church, man.
Nah, man, I wasn't raised in the church at all. I mean, my mom went to church, but
Yeah.
she didn't force us to go because my dad didn't go. You know
Gotcha.
what I mean? So, but nah, I wasn't raised in the church.
I did not like how that woman was trying to sexually assault you on Celebrity
Thank
Big
you.
Brother, man.
I got to give you some love for that,
Yes,
man. You
sir.
had my back.
Now,
with that.
Absolutely.
Appreciate
No
it.
big brother.
Yeah.
I think you handled that like a champ. But a woman
Thank
was
you.
trying to sexually assault him. Forcing Genuine to kiss.
She
But
was a trans
Ginuwine, I
woman.
think
It doesn't
we,
matter.
Yes, yes.
we all
yes.
agreed
She
with
was a
you, though,
woman.
that
Thank
you
you.
don't have
I
to
thank
kiss
y'all for that,
any
man.
person.
Yeah.
Well, tell the
because-
people what happened if they haven't seen it.
Yeah,
So
go
on
ahead.
the episode of Big Brother, there's a trans woman on there, India Willoughby, and she tried to kiss Ginuwine, and he didn't want to kiss her. And I don't think it has anything to do with whatever, if you're a man or a woman,
Yeah,
nobody
absolutely
should
not.
try to just
Absolutely.
kiss you without you consenting to that.
Right.
And then she tried to shame you because you didn't want to kiss her.
I was like, what the hell? And the funny
Because if
thing
it was the
about
other
it,
way around, if you tried to kiss her, that
I
would
would
have
have been in trouble. You understand? But the funny thing about it is, when you're in that house, you really don't have nothing. You don't have your phone. You don't have radio. You don't have TV. You don't have none of that. We just have each other and we talk and all that kind of stuff. So I really didn't know nothing about that and how much of a big issue it was until I got out the house. And so everybody said, you have my back, Steve, and a whole bunch of other people. I was like, thank you, God, dog. Because, I mean, when I got out, I got my phone. Man, it was flooded with messages. I was like, oh, my God. So I looked, and I was like, really? Come on, man. So, I mean, at the time, I didn't know how big it was, but, it is what it is. I got out of it. It was cool.
Then they tried to call you transphobic, and you was sitting there laying with her
Yeah,
under a
holding
blanket.
yeah, I'm like, what are you talking about? That's why I didn't understand all that, because I'm sure about mine. I mean, I'm not homophobic or nothing like that. You know what I mean? So it was just funny when I read all the messages, but I did hear y'all had my back. So thanks.
Absolutely.
Now, JD, your daughters are in this play as well, right?
Yes,
Two
both.
of them.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's interesting for you because you have to watch what goes on in the house, and you aren't in the house watching your grown daughters.
Yeah.
That's dangerous.
It was difficult, having the girls in there.
How old are they?
22 and 23.
Oh man, you got to tell.
Beautiful
Ginuwine.
young
No,
lady.
DJ, don't
Even.
How many
Beautiful
guns do you
young
own,
lady.
Jay? How many guns do you own?
Quite a few.
Okay, all right. Okay.
It's just something that you have to see the
Yeah,
way
you gotta watch
that
it.
they
It's funny.
handle it. Because they grew up around me doing shows and around artists that I've hired. This is the first time that they've ever been interjected in it from beginning to end. So I think it was a little bit of a challenge for them dealing with all of the different personalities, because we have some huge personalities in the house. So I think that the way that they handled it was very interesting.
Were you shocked by anything?
No, because I live with them. But yeah, I think that some things kind of took me, for a loop. The way that some things were handled inside the house.
How did you pitch this show to Bravo? Because this is an interesting concept that I've never seen before.
Well, one of the things that I told them was that that I had a urban theater production company that has done several $1 million over the years, and what I do is I take my artists every city or every time that I mount the show, I actually have them live in a house that I go and rent or whatever. And I get them in the house, and what I do while I have them in the house is that they have to learn how to act as the characters that they're playing in the show. So if they're married, they have to act as a married couple in the house. So they have to go out,
Oh, man. So Ginuwine in that house acting like a cheating married man.
My goodness.
Nah, it was definitely a great experience. I'm totally open to do season 2 if we get one. It was fun. It was really fun.
Why did you decide to put your daughter in front of the camera now, though?
You know what?
Check.
That was quick.
Stop asking me for one.
With this particular production, they know me better than anyone else.
Gotcha.
I do have other people that are working with me, but the girls are me when I'm doing other things. So that was one of the reasons why.
Do you think that this is going to help the world of urban stage plays?
I hope so.
Yeah.
I really do, because right now it's like the wild, wild west. There are no rules.
Isn't there a
Tyler
set it
came
off
in.
stage play too?
Mm-hmm. It is. Yeah.
You had Tyler who came in,
Kicked
did
the dog
his
down.
thing, and did it. Right now, no one really knows what the actual rules are. So in this particular show, you'll see me setting guidelines of what people should follow.
I have to say, we saw a little sneak peek of some guidelines that perhaps you might have to tell Ginuwine to follow, which is not to mix business with pleasure.
Ginuwine's
just
trying
like
to
you're
figure it
supposed to
out.
act
I'm
married.
trying to figure it out. I'm single now. I need love, man. I need love.
Oh boy.
I'm sure that's an issue when you're living in a house for 8 weeks with people who you might be attracted to.
Sure.
How can you not mix business with pleasure?
Well, you just got to watch it.
You ain't hear Ginuwine sing this now. Ginuwine sing.
Now it's rough. Because you have people, you have people from all walks of life, and you're putting them in here. They don't have any phones. There's no TV.
So no phones for 8 weeks too?
No phones.
Jeez.
Here you go again with the no phones.
No, damn.
So their job is to get in there and learn that script and learn each other.
Right.
That's their job.
But also not mix business with pleasure, as you
Not
said.
mix business with pleasure.
Now let's go to music for a second.
Let's
right?
do it.
TGT. What was so funny about that?
You saying it. That's just funny. Nah, we not. I mean, I'm not messing with that no more. You know what I'm saying?
It's a wrap. Not gonna happen anymore.
Nah, it's not gonna happen no more. Me and my bro, Tank, we probably gonna go in like in July because he's gonna work on my 10th CD for myself. But
Ooh, fuck you, Tyrese.
That's what I'm It's gonna be like a TG album.
no, it's mine. But the homie is good. You know what I mean? I didn't like a lot of stuff that he did or he said, but you rise over that.
Was he mad about were you mad about the money split? Was
Absolutely,
that the big thing?
definitely. Not like a lot of people don't know. Like in the beginning, I was not forced to do it, but I was like, you know, everybody was like, come on, man, come on. And we, you know, I just ended up doing it. And he got more than us at, you know, the first time. And so it took a long time for me to even agree to that.
Why did he get more?
I don't know.
Because
I
you
don't
have a-
know.
you have a bigger, a lot more hits.
Exactly,
You have the majority of the hits.
exactly.
Musically.
And so you know they played the you know movie card
Fast and
stuff
Furious
and all that kind
Transformers.
of stuff. And I was just like, I don't give a damn about that. You know what I mean? If I'm lending my history and my talent to, you know, something that I even, you know, I wanted to make the group up. You know, that happened with me, really. You know, I asked Tank first. We was on the play together, and I was like, man, we need to do a group. What people don't know, Tyrese wasn't even our first choice. It was Avant.
Avant.
Damn.
Yeah, it was
Why
Avant.
didn't Avant do it?
So
That would've been
Avant
kinda
did
dope.
TGT.
I don't know what the name would have
Tag.
been then. Yeah.
Oh, it could've been.
But yeah,
It
that's
could've been
nice
Gat.
nice one. But he and then, you know, Avant was about to come out with a record. He was about to come out with his album or something. And so I was like, dang, okay, you know what, we should call T. You know what I mean? And so I called, and he was like, hell yeah, boom. But this was back in 07. This was like, and the funny thing about that is I was doing my thing like around that time, right? So I never even thought to say I want more. I just didn't think that. And you know, I talked to the big homie Keith, and
Keith Sweat.
yeah, Keith Sweat, and he told me, nah, that's I never did that to LSG. You know what I mean? If y'all coming together as a group,
Yeah, you got
it needs to be split 3 ways.
Yeah,
period.
yeah.
No, I don't care what you're doing.
Because that,
And
that
so-
starts you off with some type of feeling about each other, I would think.
I feel like you don't get in a group to say you want to be solo. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's what people do when they want to get out of a group.
Right.
They want to say I deserve more. You don't come in a group saying I want to be. I'm the star. I'm solo or whatever. So I was like, you know, for the next time, I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it this time. I'm gonna do it this time, right? And I said the next time we got it, and everybody agreed. Everything gotta be even. Everybody agreed, including the homie. And
So that
You
was
won't even
shows
say his
too?
name. You won't even say his name,
Yeah.
Tyrese.
So that was shows and signing bonus and all that. Wow.
And so when we got back to the table, they was on that again. And I was like, I'm out. Peace. And I left. You know what I mean? It was just that simple. Like, I'm not gonna do that again, and I don't have to. Just like you say, I'm gone all the time. So I've been here 21 years. It's something I'm doing right. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah,
Now,
I didn't really.
It's easy to say Tyrese is the biggest star, but isn't there a way to see how much y'all draw individually? I'm sure like Tank got ticket sales, you got ticket sales, Tyrese got ticket sales.
But even if it was like that, what's the use of doing a group
Right.
then? If you're gonna do all that, you know what I'm saying? That we decided to do a group for the whole situation,
You should
not
be equal
to show
members
you.
of a group.
So you're bigger, you're doing this and that. You know, I mean, you don't get in a group to do that.
Got you.
You feel what I'm saying? So there's no need to say, let's do pictures and see whose line is the longest.
Did
For
you
what?
find it ironic that he got upset at The Rock then for taking care of himself?
Yeah, I found that stupid. You know what I mean? I was like, because I felt like if somebody had came to him and did it, he'd have done it too.
Tyrese was going to do that solo movie.
Huh?
He would have done that solo movie.
Absolutely. I mean, that's the homie. He cool and everything, but I just don't like a lot of the.
When's the last time y'all
this-
spoke?
Me and T, we did a show together about a month ago.
How was that?
It was cool. Like we too old for that, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't do all that. You
Oh,
know
I
what
heard
I'm
about that. Tank was there too, right?
Yeah, Tank-
yeah. As a matter of fact, I had saw Tank the week he was going to do that show.
Yeah. So Tank came out with me, you know, and
So y'all
That
didn't do
was
no
it.
TGT songs that night.
absolutely not.
Damn it.
Nah. I mean, I will go in there tomorrow if we say boom, boom, boom. Everything is equal. I mean, but I'm not gonna do the you get more thing. And
Right.
all that.
What did you think of Tyrese's mental breakdown?
I actually called him, you know, because I wanted to make sure he wasn't playing. 'Cause
That's dope.
everybody knows T. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everybody know him, and you know he loves attention. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know if it was really that or not. I just made sure that he was truly okay.
At the end of the day, you got to make sure somebody's good,
Absolutely,
and that's
absolutely.
it.
I had to make sure the homie, because he was the best man at my wedding.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? So I had to really make sure he was okay. We can always have our differences, but
Right.
when you get to a situation like that, you put that aside. You know
So
what I
you,
mean?
so you called him and you
And he was like, "Nah, I'm cool. I'm
yeah, he
cool."
trolling. You trolling.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
You hung up
I
on
don't
him.
know what he doing, but I was like, "Are you cool?" And I was like, "You know, you can come up here, we can kick it, whatever." He was like, "Nah, I'm cool, man. That whatever." So I mean, once I found out that, I was like, "All right, go ahead and do your thing."
JD just sound like the next stage play.
Yeah, it does, right?
Titled "What More Do You Want From Me?" starring Ginuwine, Tyrese, and Tank.
My
All
goodness.
right. Coming soon to the Gilliard Auditorium in Charleston,
Hey,
South
I want
Carolina.
the car, man. I saw your car. The Wraith.
Oh yeah.
Oh, hot. I love it. Love it.
Now,
love it.
Did you ever expect Pony to be that big?
To tell the truth, I knew it was a big song. I did that in '94 though. Y'all heard it in '96. So when I actually did
And you
it,
get full publishing from that. That's totally yours. Oh my gosh.
You and
Who
Tim?
gets that?
Tim, me, and Barry Hankerson.
Okay, so he gets third.
Yeah, I did in '94. I started practicing, and that's why I was really it was really like second nature to me when it came to the video.
Barry Hankerson from where?
Barry Hankerson used to
Leah's-
manage. Yeah, exactly.
Leah's uncle, right?
Yes.
I seen Next sing it one time, and I was like, did Next do something with this song? But they just
Next?
Yeah, Next.
The group Next?
Yeah.
Uh-oh, you going to start some beef
sorry.
now.
No, that's my boy. No.
When they were singing it,
Hold up.
I thought they wrote something on it. That was why they were singing it.
Oh, nah. Actually, RM, he wrote a lot for the A Man's Thoughts album. No, we cool. We on tour right now, all of us. Yeah, it's Guy with Teddy Riley, myself, Monica, 112 and Jagged Edge.
That's
I
a
missed
dope
that show.
tour.
Y'all was in New
Oh,
York a couple
man, it
weeks
was
ago.
crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
that's
were all
that
out of
too.
town.
And that's what I liked about that. They called me to get on that. It's called the 90s Block Party. And so when I heard all the people that were on it, I was like, now that's the kind of show I want to go to. Because you remember we used to go to concerts, we got 7 acts, 6 acts. Now you only get 2 a lot of times. And so I said, people are going to come out to this because there's a lot of acts on it. And we don't have a lot of time. I got like 45 minutes, but it's worth it. Everybody need to come on out to that, man. It's real good. It's a great show. Y'all missed it. You should have came.
I know,
We were
man.
in
We was all
LA
out of
for I Heard
town.
a Word.
Oh man, it's dope. They're gonna extend it, I think, until October. So we've been hitting everywhere and arenas, all that. It's great.
You super busy, Ginuwine.
Always.
Oh, yeah.
always.
Like, it's crazy. Would you do a group thing again?
I don't know. It's according on who it is, and you know what I mean. Egos get in the way, and I don't have one. You know what I mean. I'm just laid back. I'm cool. I just want to get my money, and do what I do.
Right.
But I'm not into the ego stuff. So.
And what about Timberland? You still speak to Timberland?
That's my homie. I haven't spoke to him though.
Because y'all all started together.
All of us, me, Missy, Magoo,
It seems like
Static
the
Major,
same
rest in
basement.
peace.
Y'all were just writing and singing.
Always. We used to have writing contests, and Missy used to beat us all the time. She used to be able to write the quickest. So it would be her, then it would be maybe Magoo, then Static, rest in peace, and then maybe me. But Missy was beast with it. Yeah.
Now, JD. No, I want to ask Ginuwine something too, but I forgot. I'll come back to you. JD, do you think Tyler not coming back to the play game, kind of messed up the play game? Because he went to start doing movies, but kind of left the play game alone.
Or did it help?
He came back.
He did?
Yeah.
Okay.
He came back.
Got one now.
Yeah. I don't know if he has one out now.
It's
Really?
been, I thought it was
I
like
haven't
last
heard of-
year, like
No,
November
it's
or something like that.
been a while since he's been on the road. Maybe 3 years now.
No, it hasn't.
Really?
Yeah, it hasn't. No,
I don't
definitely.
follow
they
him
came,
like
they
that.
just came to DC.
Got you.
Yeah.
Yep.
So Ginuwine with Barry. Why does he let your music be on streaming services but not Aaliyah?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
You
Really,
have to ask
you know
him,
what I mean?
right?
Yeah, that's something you got to ask him. I mean, he's a rough businessman. You know what I'm saying? So it might have something to do with family, some issues with the family.
Got you.
I don't know.
Now, JD, for you, I know you've been doing theater for over 20 years now.
Lots of plays.
Yeah, would you make the switch into television, or are you just so passionate about theater that that's where you want to make sure you leave your mark permanently?
Don't give it away.
No. I definitely want to switch over to television and film. I'm passionate about theater because the immediate gratification that you get each night. I definitely enjoy that, and plus you have a lot more control. I feel like in the theater, television and film. It's a little different for me, and I've been kind of dabbing in it, and with this show on Bravo, I know it's been a challenge with the transition.
Would you put yourself in one?
Yeah. I'm the man of many faces. I mean,
Yeah, he's
I
been in a
play
lot of-
like,
lot
yeah.
of-
Are you
I think
in
that
this one?
Yeah, with this show, I think I play 4 characters or something like that. In the Cleanup Woman, I played 10,
Yeah, they clean up women.
and then I had another show, A Man of Many Faces, where I played 32 characters.
Damn.
Was the cleanup woman you think the most popular one?
Between the Cleanup Woman and me and Mrs. Jones.
Okay.
That I
Me, I remember that. You know, the reason I remember that stage play because they would always put that song in the commercial. Me.
He told me you went on him about something. What was it you said?
You went in on JD Lawrence?
You went on him about something. Tell him.
What happened?
Tell me, JD. Tell me. I don't remember.
What happened?
Okay.
Come on.
Yeah, go tell dog.
What happened?
Oh, man,
Let
come
me look this
He
up.
going everybody. He done forgot.
Yeah, I know. I really did.
I was like,
Tell me.
man, 2 more minutes, we out of here, and I'm
No,
good.
tell
I'm
him.
gone.
Let me see what he did.
Tell
Hold
him.
on.
It's a shame I gotta Google what I said
Okay.
about somebody.
I had a stage play. I had a stage play.
Wendy Williams or this was?
No, this was here.
This was here.
I had a and it was so crazy because we were filming down at the producers club, and I went to put my car in the garage, and Charlamagne came out. And the big dude out there in the dreads.
Wax.
And I said, and I was going to say something to him until I saw the dude with the dreads get out. And I said, well, I better just leave it alone right now.
So what did he say?
You was about to cast a fade, Charlamagne.
He about to bust your ass. He about to step to you. son.
But I'm saying, what did I say?
No, what
What'd he say?
happened was I had a stage play out for about maybe 15 years.
What was it called?
Scissors. Cut the Devil Loose.
Okay.
And we went, we actually went into a major lawsuit with Barbershop. And that lawsuit went all the way to the Supreme Court. And the day that the movie was supposed to come out, what happened was that they held it up because we had to come into Supreme Court and I had to give them the actual, I had to approve the movie being released. So he got on radio and said, "Yo, I can't believe J.D. Lawrence is doing this and da. Every barbershop in America should sue him." Every time I went to a barbershop, people would say, "Yo, Jay, we're gonna sue you." I'm like, "Oh,
I know he don't remember that because I
No,
don't remember that.
I don't. I can't say I didn't say it, but I don't remember that one.
I was like, yo, every barbershop I was going to, they would bag on me. I'm like, yo, man, Charlamagne got me. All right.
I thought you were
that
about
was
to say.
the closest to the donkey today you can get.
I thought you were about to say Charlamagne said Scissors was about lesbians.
You know what? Genuine, JD Lawrence. I appreciate you guys for joining us.
Hey,
Your
the
husband-
show
You
starts-
good? You good in the barbershops now, right?
Yeah, he good.
Well,
Not anymore again.
I'll leave you the tape. You tell me after you can watch the tape.
My goodness.
So April 1st, the show debuts on Bravo.
Yes, April 1st at 9 o'clock.
And come on out to the 90s Block Party, the tour I'm on right now. We're going up into October, so y'all come on out and follow us and support us. Follow at Ginuwine, too.
All right.
And I also have a mobile app. So it's the J.D. Lawrence mobile app, and people could log on and get like casting information and things of that nature.
All right.
All right, well, there you have it. Genuine, JD Lawrence.
Yep.
It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.